we both had Lamine Yamal.
Which, funny enough, after 8 games, he's not in the top 5 player of the season
No,
in La Liga right now.
he's
So
been in and
is
out
either
too. He's
he's
been
been
injured.
injured,
Yeah,
off form, off the field issues, right? He needs better people around him.
he
That's all I'm
does.
gonna say.
No, he does. He
It's
does.
you can things can change just like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember when Ansu Fati came out, the hype. Not let's even not Ansu Fati. When Messi came out, hype. Messi's hype was not even as high as some people's hype, some other people's hype. Boha, for example, Ansu Fati, for example. Maybe it's because of social media, the newer
yeah,
age. I
it
get
is.
all that,
It
but
is.
you thought they were going to be the next big thing. Ansu Fati, I'm happy for him. It seems to find his foot in at Monaco, right? I'm happy for him, but he struggled and he gave him the 10 jersey, and before you knew it, he was out. Right. Same thing with Boha. Boha ended up in somewhere in Middlesbrough, somewhere in the English second division or something. Right. So Lamine Yamal should be extremely careful. He's arguably one of the best 17-year-old players we've ever seen.
Yeah,
But people peak early. Yeah. You need to keep getting better to get to the Messi, Ronaldo levels. If you think you're there already, you will peak and you fall. And before you know it, you might just be doing TikTok with your Nigerian artist that you follow all over the place.
stop it. Stop it.
Skills, or
Stop
what's
it.
his name? Anyway,
So one thing I would say, I say this a lot. Youth is wasted on the young.
yeah,
Youth is wasted on the young. By the time your brain catches up, your body's already given up on you. And that's in all spheres of life, not just in
yeah,
professional sports.
mm-hmm,
One thing I see, Lamine Yamal is young and his parents are young. Not only
yeah,
is he young, his parents are young,
yeah,
so, and inexperienced. They're not big football people, they're not big corporate people, they're just regular
yeah,
people. And they're
yeah,
young. And they had him young, you know. So you're right. It needs someone to put an arm around him. You need someone to, yeah, who knows what's happening, who knows what's
yeah.
going on. You don't want
He
to end up
needs
like
people in his
Anelka
camp.
or whatever. Yep,
Exactly. He needs people in his camp that will not always say yes, sir, to him. He needs people that will
absolutely.
look at him and say, hell no, young man, go to bed. You
Yeah,
know those kind of things. Oh,
yeah,
young man, you're not going anywhere. Sit your behind down, sleep, right? To get him out of these off the field issues. Yeah.
yeah.
It's too early for him to be having this. Way,
And,
way too early to be having this.
and I've said this in many different ways. I've talked about spiritual leadership in the locker room, all of that stuff. He's not presenting like a La Masia product.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
really
I
not.
agree.
It's
Yeah.
presenting more like a Chelsea product. Uh, it's presenting, and I say that with all the implications in the Nigerian context, the Agbero side of Chelsea,
Um.
is presenting like more like a young Ronaldo. Ronaldo didn't have off the field issues though, but more
Yeah.
like the petulance is more on the Ronaldo side than Messi, right? Messi was almost 30 before you even knew, anything really
Anything
about
about
his
it.
off the field. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's keep
And
going.
I can,
Mm,
even if they're off
mm,
the field, if you have them but they don't affect on the field, Ronaldinho is a perfect example. Ronaldinho
mm.
was a wild, wild human being, right? But game time, he always brought his A game. Always brought his A game. Yeah. So but Ronaldinho didn't do this at 17. It wasn't like that at
No,
17. At
no.
17, he was at PS. He was at Corinthians, then PSG, I believe, honing his skills, learning from the best, putting in the hard work. Yeah, you're too young for all this kind of stuff.